If you're interested in NDIS as an investment opportunity and you're yet to see a completed SDA home, then this video may be of interest because it is a walkthrough of a property that we have that is at a handover stage, so property's completed. And during the video and the walkthrough, you'll be able to see the difference between a traditional property and an SDA property, and also too, we'll see the inclusions that are required in an SDA property to gain NDIS certification. So we begin the walkthrough at the front of the house, and you can see that the block is very, very flat. As we approach the door, we have video comm. This can be changed based on the participant's needs, sometimes it's face recognition, etc. The floors are all non-slip, commercial grade floors. Again, non-slip texture, wide doorways coming into a bedroom. You can see that each bedroom will have its own air conditioning unit, and also too, we've got fans and power to the windows in case the participant needs to have wireless or remote window operations. And then if we look through, we've got ensuite, again large doorways, very big ensuite, no glass shower curtains for safety reasons, and the toilets need to be coloured, as in the toilet seat needs to be coloured to allow for visibility. And then back through the main room, you can see also it's got controllers, larger light switch and dimmer switches, easy to access, easy to facilitate. Through into past the laundry, so this is the laundry, another large laundry, heaps of access for wheelchair, turning circles, etc. have to be there. Again, we've got power to the doors to allow for electronic doors or automatic doors. Another, so this will be the bathroom that comes off the OOA room. Looks pretty flash. This one has a glass shower screen again for OOA, and this will be the carer's room. Again, fully equipped, all electronics set out. Another bedroom, again air conditioning. Another large ensuite. The ensuite's fitted out. You see the bottom drain there, floor drain, large floor drains coming through. You can see the difference in the colour around the door trims, architraves in the wall. This is again for better visibility, being able to distinguish between the walls and the doors for the participants. Another bedroom, again large. You can see all the fittings, so electrical fittings for different operations for assistive technology. Massive bathrooms, huge bathrooms, grab rails, etc. for participants. Storage, each participant will have their own storage. We've moved through, got the large kitchen, about 5.4 metres in length, so well fitted out, and be able to open the ovens sideways rather than pulling them down for safety reasons. They can also remove the cupboards under the sink for wheelchair access, so they're easy to move out. Adjustable workbench. The benches and the bench tops need to be accessible from a standing position as well as a seated position. Fire systems in place with extinguishers out onto the outdoor area. So low maintenance gardening, so it's easy for the SILs and the participants to manage the gardens. So this is a well positioned property, so it's amongst owner occupied properties, and again it's designed to allow the participants to have as much independent living as possible, but they will have full-time carers. Just to point out a couple of other features, these are inclusions that are required to gain NDIS certification. So one of those is the backup power. So if the main power fails, then we need to have some backup source to generate and to make sure that any of the equipment that's required by the participants for their health and safety is still able to operate. So typically it's pretty slimline, but these backup power systems will typically be located in the garage, so out of the way of walk-through areas. Another requirement for high physical support design properties is that they require structure in the property to allow for lift hoist. So for this particular design, there is timber structure that runs along the wall, so where the wall meets the ceiling, and this enables the lift hoist to be connected to this timber structure running along the walls. Very difficult to see. It only comes out a little bit, so it's obviously painted the same as the wall colour, so it doesn't stand out. But this enables, again, to one to meet the requirement to gain NDIS certification, but also two, it allows for the lift hoist to be internal, and that means that also too it allows for better movability of the participants. So we've got movability in all different directions, and then this again allows for, if it's part of the plan and required, lift hoist to able to move the participant out of bed or help the participant get out of bed and into a wheelchair, for example, and then to obviously then be able to move throughout the property that way. But it needs to be included, may not be required depending on the participant and the level of their needs and their disability, but it needs to be included to gain NDIS, again, to gain NDIS certification, particularly for a high physical support level design property. And then finally, the dishwasher, just like the oven. I'm not sure this came up in the walkthrough of the kitchen, so I just want to show that the dishwasher also too needs to be accessible by wheelchair, to be obviously loaded and unloaded, and so it's a requirement for high physical support properties that dishwasher has the same operation mechanics as the ovens. Well, I hope you found that video helpful, particularly if you do have an interest in NDIS as an investment opportunity. Clearly there is a difference between an SDA home and a traditional property, but not to the extent that a lot of people were suggesting that SDA homes are going to end up looking like hospital wards, particularly when they're built to the 2021 NDIS specifications, and clearly that's not the case. Again, there is a difference, but not to that extent. So look, I really appreciate you joining me on this video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email address will be in the description box. And whatever you choose to do, I wish you all the best on your journey. Take care.